I was one of the statistics. When you hear about the divorce rate and the pattern, I was part of that and how high it is. It had to do with my upbringing. I was adopted when I was a young child. I was an introvert and reclusive when I was in high school and school, and that included going into the military, where at one point I was deemed AWOL during Vietnam. Little did I know that God had a plan for my life. My name is David, and this is my testimony. I have been divorced and remarried 5 times. I found God during my 4th marriage at Central Christian Church in Henderson. While I was there, that first time in years, it was a turning point in my life. Something was going on that I didn't know, but what I did know, I had a peace that I had never experienced before. My wife and I started attending regularly. They had a midweek service, which Jane called my midweek pick-me-up, and then they had Sunday service. We never missed. Within a few weeks, I had gone through their first-time class and was baptized shortly thereafter. I was committed from the moment I accepted Christ.
So are you married to the woman that you went to Central with?
I'm not married. I divorced her.
And what did they say at Central?
I didn't give them a chance to say anything at Central. I hid. I went to another church. Not too long after that, a friend of mine, Darla, asked me if I'd be interested in going out on a date. I told her I'd love to, and I was missing friendship from others. We started dating, and a year later we got married. A year later we started attending the church at Lake Mead. 5 years later, the same old pattern continued, and I started talking divorce again to Darla. Darla told me the curse stops with me. She set up a meeting for us to talk to Pastor Eddie. The meetings with Pastor Eddie changed my thought process and made me start looking at the things I was doing which were harmful to myself and to my married partner. Instead of the lack of confidence that I saw in myself, I saw others who loved me for who I was and tried to get me to think about things in a different way. When we found out that the Wellness Center had opened, I had been thinking and talking to Darla about the need for me to seek counseling. I was somewhat reserved because I had a mindset that counseling was for people who were not all there, and that bothered me. But my wife encouraged me to seek out that therapy to find out what was going on in my mind and in my heart.
And what was that therapy like?
The therapy was very revealing to me because it gave me the opportunity to look at the things that I had been hiding from so long as I grew and matured and trying to figure out the things in my life that weren't the way I thought they should be. For the next 3 to 5 years as I was going through therapy, I found out more about myself than I ever knew was possible, and I come to peace with the person that I was in Christ.
So David, what advice would you give to men who feel like they haven't measured up?
Men, I would encourage you to do something about your own thoughts and feelings if you don't think that things are right. The Wellness Center and others, pastors, are there to help us to find the issues or the problems that we don't know how to handle. You don't have to live with those thoughts. There is help available. Even if you don't have a Darla and you want to seek help, there's someone like me that you can come to.